background. So what is the outcome of doing this interview? What will be the next steps for RightShip? Is it for the benefit of customers, or what are we trying to achieve actually here?
So what we're trying to achieve is to craft out the personas based on the different roles. Basically is to understand better. The first step is to understand, our stakeholders internally. How much do they know about these roles? To get the first layer of understanding and documenting it down. And probably the next step would be good is that we can get some names of the client list based on the different roles, and we can reach out to them to do similar interviews, just to validate, our findings, whether what we have gathered is whether is it a match to their needs and goals, and their pain points, and to validate, whatever that RightShip is providing right now in the platform in terms of features. Is that what they need, or is there anything else that they are actually looking out for, but is not covered with RightShip at the moment? So it gives us opportunities to build a better product closer to our customers.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. And you are reporting to who again? Sorry.
Currently I'm reporting to Chris.
Oh, Christopher Saunders, is it?
Yeah, but currently somehow the setup is that I am working closely with Ewan and Zor.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
basically I'm just getting instruction based from Ewan and
You want,
Zor.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 All right.
So
Okay.
currently I think the structure is not very concrete. So
Okay.
somehow that is the
Okay.
um
Okay.
the arrangement at the moment.
Okay. All right. Okay. No, actually, a little bit strange to tell you honestly, because I know Yuan, Zor as well. Yuan has been working with us for quite some time as well, but actually very seldom for us to see Yuan in terms of like engagement with customers. I think you weren't very much involved in the engagement with the MPA, the collaboration that we are, have done the first step on the collaborations. Yuan and Zaira, they are very much involved into that. But other than that, actually, I don't really, see Yuan and all the UI UX designer actually involved in the meeting, or maybe kind of like giving feedback and all of this. So that this is coming from the UI UX designer is something that is, I mean, like interesting. Yeah.
Uh yeah,
Mm.
so I can't say too much on that. I'm new anyway.
Yes. Don't worry, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we are here in RightShip to help each other as well. It's not that and I mean the goal is very very clear and is very good for the customers to actually understanding the customer needs, and the needs also for us to actually build some products and services to improve our services to the customers. So I think it's very great.
Yeah. So
Mm,
I think it's probably that we understand there's a gap here
mm,
about understanding our customers. So
yep.
that's why we are probably like keep starting with, a bit more research work
Mm,
to understand, internally, how
mm.
much do we understand about our current customer base.
Okay.
And
Yeah, sure.
ideally, after this phrase is about reaching out to the customer themselves. Yeah.
Mm, okay. Yeah.
So
And most probably reaching out to customers, then you will reach out to the account managers again.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so
Mm.
let's see one step at a time. At least
Okay.
we get something started.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay, great. So maybe let's just start with the role of a vessel operator.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a minute. I would like to share this list that was shared to me from Ewan.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, can see.
Yeah. So my first question is that, whether a vessel operator, is it a person or entity?
Vessel operator is an entity.
It's an
And
entity.
yeah, and sorry, Zoe, I just remember something. Persona, right, actually is available in the Salesforce, just for your information. So because for us in a commercial team, we are using Salesforce, and then in the Salesforce, we actually need to classify the customers based on the type of let me see. Uh, so we have visionary customers, we have let me just open up.
Okay. Maybe do you mind sharing the screen with me?
Yes, I'm just looking into the Salesforce. Maybe this is something that you may not be aware of. Uh, okay. Okay, let me just this. Okay, I'll share my screen with you. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, so basically I opened one of the customer in Salesforce, and then you can see
okay.
here, yeah. So you see here, this is the account name, which is the customer name. And then
Yeah.
over here, we actually have done the exercise, to actually segmentize all customers. So we have minimalists, we have visionaries, the list is here, see, business builders, value seekers, and all of this. And on top of this segmentation, we actually put in the persona as well. So persona here can be charterer, finance, regulator, terminal, owner, manager, all of this type. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you
Right.
mention, about the persona, I thought, you have this idea from the Salesforce, and then after that, you try to, maybe integrate the idea to the platform. But I think maybe you may not be aware of this in Salesforce, and that's why you actually maybe thinking of a persona as ship manager, ship operator, I mean ship owner, and all of that.
Yeah, because that was
Mm.
being transpired to me from
Mm.
Ewan
Yeah,
himself.
no problem. Yes,
Yeah,
I
so
think you can then inform Yuan about this as well. I think he's not aware of as well about the Salesforce and all of the details that we have here, persona, and then we have the industry as well. Yeah.
okay, because I think there's a little bit of disconnection
Mm.
from the Salesforce
Mm.
and the list that he have shared with me,
Mm.
which actually he was saying it actually sits on the RightShip platform. Maybe I
Mm.
can just share with you
Yeah.
the screen that he shared.
Yeah, sure, sure. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely there is a disconnection between the Salesforce, the platform, definitely. That this connection actually is a gap that we should actually minimize so that we can actually optimize the data between the Salesforce, the customers, and also the platform. Yeah.
Yeah, so what he has shared with me, as you can see here, this list of definition of roles actually
Mm-hmm.
came from the RightShip platform itself.
Yep.
So if you go on the RightShip platform, you actually can search for this definition of roles. And from what I see here,
Mm-hmm.
this list is slightly different from the Salesforce itself.
Yes.
I'm not so sure if they mean the same, but the naming of it is a little bit different.
It's different actually, because this
Yeah.
definition of roles, yeah, the one that we can find on the platform actually is from the integration with ISS Market. So ISS Market will provide us the data about whether a company is a beneficial owner, commercial manager, or a DOC company. So then
Mm.
after that, I think with all of this information flying on the platform, then we actually put up kind of like a little bit of explanation on what are beneficial owner, what are DOC company, technical managers, and so on. So yeah, so I agree with you that right now there's this disconnection. Uh, Persona in the Salesforce is more on like whether this is a charterer, whether this is a terminal, whether this is a port, which is not covered in this role here, because this role here is basically for the shipping operator. Yeah, is it
Yes.
confusing? Sorry.
So yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm just
Yeah.
wondering, would there be a need to basically have some alignment here
Mhm.
in terms of the naming so that there's no confusion?
uh again, depends on what kind of result we are actually trying to achieve lah. Because like for example, the one in the Salesforce, right, we actually
Mm.
define the persona there because it's easier for us to see if this customer is actually a ship manager, or is this customer is actually a ship owner. Yeah. And also, I mean, like or this customer is a charterer and so on. But on the platform, right, if you give this uh definition of roles here, I'm not sure if this is something beneficial for the platform. Because for example, the ports and terminals, they may not have a name. I mean, if you search from the platform, right, you will not see ports and terminals there on the platform, because the platform is actually, the platform was designed to be something like Shopee, Shopee online platform. To if let's say a charterer, right, we are a charterer. Charterer is someone who has the goods, the seller, someone who has all the mining companies and have all the ore, coals, and all of this. So they need to find a ship to actually transport this or coal or whatever they have, right, to a certain port. So then our platform was designed based on this, and then we can actually search on the the box, the search box. Then we can search the name of the vessel or the name of the company, and then after that we could search all the vessels there. But for ports and terminals, they may not be available on the platform. Like for example, if we are charterers, there is no need for us to find whether the ports and terminals are doing or performing very well or not. Because for us, the main thing is that I mean, for us here, us is charterer, the main thing is that we could transport the coal, the goods, all of this coal, ore, or anything, to go from one port to another port to deliver it to the buyers.
Mm.
Yeah. So I don't see any beneficial things if we actually put terminals, ports, or even we put like charterers there. I don't see any benefits actually, because even charterers, if you look for like charterers there, maybe Cargill or something else, those charterers that don't have vessels, right, their name will not be available on the platform.
Mm.
Yeah, because
Okay.
yeah, our platform is not like Google. When you search anything, then everything will come up. But our platform is not that. Our platform is actually is more on searching for ship operators, so that charterers can find from these ship operators what vessels are there, how is the performance, and whether they can actually select the vessels to transport the goods that they have. And at the end of the day, they will request for the vetting, so that they have a minimal risk when they take this vessel to transport the goods.
Okay. So the next question I would like to ask is that because Christopher has mentioned to Ewan to do the research on persona for like the role of a vessel operator. So based on your understanding, right? Do you call is there any roles in this list that relates to a vessel operator, or is also different from the Salesforce definition of role? I just would like to understand, is there any conflict, or actually there's no conflict?
I think
Because
yeah.
because the role of a vessel operator is not in the naming as a vessel operator is not in this list.
No, ship operator is the general term. So ship operator is like an umbrella. When you call owner, when you call manager, you can call them ship operator. So that one is a general umbrella. So then you go specific, right? Then you have the ship owner, ship manager, commercial manager, and all of this. But the umbrella, we call them ship operator. Yeah. But the definition, whether it's the same or not in Salesforce, I think then you need to actually liaise with the Salesforce team. I believe definition will be the same because this definition is all available, I think, also in Google. If you Google beneficial owner of shipping, then I think some similar definition will be there as well.
Okay, so basically the naming of a vessel operator is an umbrella that it could mean it's a commercial operator, commercial manager.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I can call a vessel operator as a commercial manager, and I can call vessel operator as a commercial operator.
Yeah, correct. Depends. Depends on, again, the role that they have on that vessel lah. So for example, if let's say we over here, right, why we call DOC company instead of the ship manager? So they are actually the same. Ship manager, DOC company, they are actually the same. You cannot be a ship manager if you don't have a document of compliance. DOC is document of compliance certificate. You can't be a ship manager if you don't have that document of compliance certificate.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it more
right.
confusing for you?
Yeah. So
No, because this is really, I think, shipping terms. Yeah. So maybe for someone, maybe I'm not sure, sorry, about your background. Maybe you don't have the shipping background, so sometimes it's a bit confusing. I agree with that. Yeah.
I came from a shipping logistic company, but it's slightly different here because
yeah, this one is much more like the day-to-day operations, right? For the shipping logistic company, is basically the logistic, which is to transport the goods from
A to
one
B.
end to, yes, correct. So for this is basically is on the operations of that vessel, because that document of compliance, or the DOC, right, is actually certified and approved by CLASS. I'm not sure if you know CLASS. CLASS is the classification society, that actually give all the certificates for vessels to be able to trade, to sail. And the same for a company, they have this document of compliance certificate as well.
Okay. Maybe I just carry on with the list of questions. What is the role of and responsibility of a vessel operator?
Again, depends which ship operator, vessel operator that you mean over here. If it's a ship manager, then of course it's managing the vessel, day-to-day operations like that.
Right, I think it's more of a operator role, like a ship operator.
Because ship operator is like what I mentioned, right? It's the general terms, it's the umbrella. So ship operator can be owner, can be manager, can be commercial. So, again, different specific entity on that. So I'm not too sure what is the meaning of the role of the ship operator. I think it need to be very specific on which kind of role you are looking at. If it's a ship manager, then is managing the vessel on day to day, ensuring that the vessel has no incident, following the safety procedures, and also managing the crew and all of these day to day operations.
Okay. It's a bit vague there because there wasn't any direction to me except the term vessel operator.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Maybe.
let's say
Yeah. Yes, we.
but let's say let's say this role as a vessel operator is more about the vessel operations. Would that make sense?
Vessel operations, that means it's more on the DOC, which is the ship manager.
DOC, ship manager. Okay, so ship manager. Okay.
Ship manager is the DOC, yeah.
Ship manager is the DOC. And ship manager is the DOC. Is there another role you're saying as a vessel operator?
No, normally is the ship manager is I mean, again, ship operator is a big general umbrella. So if you are talking about the management of the daily operations of the vessel, right, then we are talking about the ship manager, which is the DOC holder, document of compliance holder. Yeah.
Okay, which is
Yes.
Is that a large part of our customer base?
I believe yes.
Make up
Yes.
as a large part?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe let's just focus on that. So basically, like you said, they are the ship manager.
Yeah.
Right, the DOC.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just name the vessel operator as a ship manager for now. So what's the role and responsibility of a ship manager?
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, managing the vessel, day-to-day operations, ensuring that the crew is safe, and then the vessel operates safely as well. Yeah, so basically it's on the performance, the safety, and also maybe like the equipments on board the vessels are all working properly. Yeah, ensuring that no incident occurred, and yeah, ensuring also the supply of the ship maybe you know amenities inside are all within the plan, and all as per accordingly to the SMS, which is the safety management system.
Okay, great. And what sort of vessel does he operate? Is it more like are there different types of vessels?
Yes.
So most of the time, these ship owners, what sort of vessel does he operate?
That one is depends again on the ship operator. It can be sometimes they are very specific. One company for one bulk carriers, another company maybe is a mix of bulk carriers and tankers. So yeah, depends.
I see.
Yeah.
And what sort of areas they look into during like vessel planning?
What do you mean by vessel planning?
Do they do vessel planning?
Ship operator? I'm not too sure because my background is also not from the ship manager, so I'm not too sure actually. Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
But would you know who they alliance with on a daily basis?
On the ship manager side?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure as well. Because I've never been in the ship manager's company before, so I'm not too sure.
But does their job require them to do a lot of documentation?
Maybe yes.
Maybe.
Yes. I'm not sure. Yes. Maybe yes. Because if I think about it, yeah, I was actually, my background was coming from the classification society. So I know that in classification society, we have a lot of certificates to be issued to the ship manager to ensure that the vessel can trade. So I believe then that is also, just one part of the ship manager task to liaise with the, classification society. And definitely they will need to liaise with flag. They will need to liaise with, owner as well. So I believe many paperwork on that. But, don't take me for sure for this because I have no,
sure.
knowledge and, background work on that.
Yeah,
So I'm
no
not too sure.
worries. But would all this documentation be very like manual paperwork, or is actually very digitalized?
Not too sure as well. I think depends on the company. Some companies maybe already moved to the digitalization. Some companies maybe they are still the old type, still doing the paperwork. So yeah, depends on the company, I believe.
Does their job require them to handle financial payments?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Which
Okay.
job? Ship operators? I mean ship
The ship
managers.
managers, yeah.
They should have a finance department within them. So yeah, so I think then maybe finance is also being handled. I mean, like, charging to this and that. Of course, definitely there is a finance department over there.
And just some question based on understanding of their needs and goals.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any understanding that what do they need to do to increase their productivity?
Mm. I think this is a question for ship manager, I think. I really not sure.
Okay.
Yes.
But how do they ensure the vessels are operating safely at sea or in port?
How do they ensure?
Yeah.
Okay.
How
How
do
do they
they
ensure?
need to do
I
any?
think, again, this question should be coming from ship manager. I'll try to put myself into a ship manager position now. I think first of all, it should be a communication, and then definitely a leadership from the office or the shore staff to support the staff or seafarers on the vessels. If I think without the communication, without the good leadership, it's going to be falling apart. Incidents prone to happen because people, again, back to the human basis. You don't have the support, you don't have the trust, then you tend to feel pressure, and that pressure actually will cause many, I think, incidents to happen. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
And what do you think they can do to make sure that the vessel are operating efficiently?
I'm not sure as well.
See, okay. Any understanding that we have that to know that what do they value most, or what is their main goal as a
For
ship
ship
manager?
manager, okay, ship manager, definitely they don't own a ship. Okay, ship manager is a managing vessel. So their goal is definitely to increase numbers of vessels from any owners to go into their management, and then they can manage that and maximize or optimize the business from there. Yeah. So that means they need to perform all the necessary things to ensure that the vessel is safe, the vessel is having maybe like, yeah, all safe, the like maybe all the documentations like from the classification, from the flag, all are maintained properly, I would say.
And any understanding of, what are the key risks that a ship manager might face?
The key risk, is it? Is it the key risk? Sorry.
Yeah.
The key risk, the key risk is don't have any owners parking the vessels into them lah. So that means they lost business. Maybe that's the key risk.
I see. How what can they do to minimize overcome the risk?
Again, ensuring the safety of the vessels, I believe, because right now, if we look in terms of the RightShip platform, right? If you are a ship manager company who does not actually look at your safety performance for your vessels, then you may have a lot of incidents happen, and that will cause a DOC subscore of your company to go down. And then that translates into the charterer looking at your DOC subscore. And then if your DOC subscore is not good, charterer may not select vessels under your company.
I see. Okay. Any understanding or what kind of tools they are using digitally?
No.
Are they tech savvy?
Yeah, some of them are tech savvy.
They are?
Some of them, yes.
Some of them. What sort of RightShip features are they currently using?
Features okay, features maybe I would think of the platform itself. What kind of features do you mean here?
As in, probably we have customers who are ship managers with us, right?
So features maybe yeah, like list and alert. Is that considered feature? List and alert.
Any other features that they are currently using, like safety score or what sort?
Safety score is on the platform, so I don't think we consider that as a feature. Yeah. So any information on the platform like safety score, greenhouse gas rating, all of these are actually open for all the customers. Yeah. So
okay,
not
particularly to ship manager themselves. No. Is there anything that they are currently using for this particular group of users?
Not really. I think they will like, for example, they will look into the activities, right? The platform. And then after that, if let's say maybe they have some records of vessels good performance, but the platform doesn't have it. So then they will use the feature on the platform to submit data to the platform, that one. Yeah.
Okay. Any understanding of, for this group of user ship managers, are there any other features they are looking out for? For example, like new features, but currently not under RightShip platform at the moment, but they would like to have?
I think we have the product manager like Sebastian, Marco, who actually met the customers and trying to share with them on the products that we are developing. So I think that has been taken as a positive feedback from the customers. I mean, like, RightShip is really going somewhere to actually thinking about the ship operators or ship managers, ship owners, and trying to build something for them as well. Yeah.
Is there any scenario whereby a ship manager can also be playing the role of a charterer or ship owner at the same time?
Possible, yes. Ship manager. It can be, the in-house management. The ship manager is the in-house ship management of a owner. It's possible, yes.
What is
But
the majority or the common that we have currently? As in, how is the mix like? Is a ship manager but a charterer, or they are playing more than two roles, which is the combination of two or three? Which one actually carries more?
carries more. Again, sorry.
As in, like the role of a ship manager, a charterer, and a ship owner. Which combination is the majority that we have currently?
Okay. I'm not too sure about the combination that we have currently, but because again, when we are talking about the ship manager, or maybe maybe we'll just take a sample of Swire Buck shipping. So Swire Buck shipping is actually a ship owner. They own vessel, and then they actually let some of their vessels to be managed by other companies. But at the same time, they have the in-house ship management, which called Swire Shipping. So that Swire Shipping is also managing some of the vessels owned by Swire Buck, but this Swire Shipping is also managing some of the vessels owned by other companies. And at the same time, Swire Buck having other vessels, I mean having vessels, right? They actually don't give full vessels into Swire Shipping to be managed by Swire Shipping. Yeah. So I mean like, sometimes they can be from the same company, but different department, and sometimes they can also have different entities also. So really depends. You know how to explain this better. Hopefully you could understand. The situation with the Swire Shipping and Swire Buck.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's nice. Let's
Yes.
probably move on to the next role as a ship owner itself. Is a ship owner a person or entity?
Ship owner, I think most of them are entities actually.
Okay. So as an entity, right, what kind of services does a ship owner provides?
What kind of services does the ship owner provide? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Ship owner is basically owning the vessel lah. So they will pay the ship manager to manage the vessels. And I mean, they will maybe pay for the ship managers to go for RightShip inspection. So yeah. So like, they are the one who own the things, and then after that they have the full authority. Like, for example, maybe they don't like this ship manager, then they want to change to another ship managers. They are free to do that. That's I think ship owner.
Okay.
Mm.
So what is the responsibility of a ship owner and the role itself?
I'm actually not too sure, exactly what is the responsibility of the ship owner.
But what kind
Definitely
of role do they play?
because they own the vessels, like for us, like for example, if we own something, right? Maybe for example, we own a business, right? So definitely we want the business to be optimized and give us profits. So when the business is not optimized and giving profits, right? Then of course, then they will try to do all sort of things to actually make the business going on the way they expected lah.
Mm. How do they keep their ship safe and operate efficiently?
I think ship owner will let the ship managers to operate safely for the vessels. I don't think they actually really go into the day-to-day operations with the shipping operations daily, I think.
Okay. What sort of inspection do they conduct on their ships?
Again, depends. You have right ship inspection, you have the class inspection, so you have the flag inspection, so many inspection. Yeah.
Okay. So what do they do to minimize pollution at sea? Is there any prevention measures or because I understand that there's like
definitely,
GHG and all that.
Correct, definitely. There is a measure to minimize the pollution and or prevent the pollution to happen at the first place. But I'm not too sure in the details what kind of measures they have implemented. Yeah. This is I think is more on the technical side.
How do they keep their cargo safe? Is there any measures that they do?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Yeah.
Okay. What do they need to do in your point of view for them to attract more businesses?
We are talking about the ship owner, is it?
Ship owners.
I'm actually not too sure lah for the ship owner because, like, for example, they own the vessel, right? But they actually give this vessel to be managed by the ship manager. So what kind of measurements they are using to optimize the business, that one I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I think Yamada is in the call.
Yamada-san maybe is good. Hi Yamada-san. He is coming from the ship manager, ship owner, right? Yamada-san. Libera Shipping last time is a ship owner, ship manager as well, right? Yamada-san is not there.
Okay, never mind. Let's
on the train. Yes.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem, Yamada-san. Yeah. So Yamada-san is a good candidate for your interview, Zoe.
Okay.
No,
probably I can oh, hi.
Yeah. No, because Yamada-san has the technical knowledge. He is a captain as well. He was a captain. He is now still a captain in Japan for right ship.
I see. Hi, nice to meet you. Maybe it would be good that hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Yamada,
Maybe it would
manager
be
in
good that
Japan.
I arrange a session with you, Yamada.
Yeah, okay. So can I talk with you in separate time? Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
But congrats to the World Cup goals.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you.
You have
Thank you so much.
a safe journey, Yamada-san.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so
Yeah,
I live
take care.
here. So please arrange a separate meeting. So thank you. I'm looking forward to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah. So where was I?
Edagawa-san also joining. Hi, Edagawa-san.
Oh dear.
No worries. We are, I think, a little bit at the end of the interview, I think, or the session, right? Sorry.
Yeah, we are halfway through.
Only halfway. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
never mind. I think we can carry on. Maybe I can arrange another session with Tamayo.
Yeah. In the kawasan.
Okay. So how do ship ship owners keep their ship competitive? Is there any
I don't know. I
thing
don't
that
know.
you think they do?
No idea.
Okay. But how do they do, what do they do to improve the ship's rating?
Because this ship rating is actually the responsibility of the ship manager. So, I don't know. Maybe ship owner will always banging the door of the ship manager because some of them have access to the platform, right? And they look, maybe the vessel is having not so good safety score. So every time
Yeah.
they will bang the door of ship manager. Maybe that's one thing. Yeah.
Do ship owners value like, GHG?
Definitely, because GHG rating is one of the criteria that charterers is looking as well when selecting a vessel. Yep.
Okay. And what must they do to keep like a good reputation?
Good reputation. I think RightShip is also one of a way for the ship owner, ship manager to have a good reputation. If let's say the DOC sub-score maybe is 1, then they may not be having a good reputation in the industry. But if the maybe DOC sub-score is a 5, then maybe they have a good reputation in the industry.
Okay, so that's one of the way that to keep their reputation in place so that they can attract more business, I guess.
Yep.
And
But
what
this
do they
but this one is only for the dry bulk sector, because
dry bulk
RightShip
sector?
yeah, RightShip is well known in the industry for the dry bulk. Tankers not so much, because tanker there are other what do you call that, industry standard. So we don't have much tanker customers within RightShip.
Would you feel that there is a gap that RightShip can fill to probably like increase this group of customer base?
No, because the tanker industry has been a very standardized industry under the OCIMF, and they actually see RightShip as I would say as kind of like competitors maybe. So they don't actually give RightShip the authority to actually inspect tankers, except I think in the past we have that token to inspect tankers, but right now we don't have that token anymore. So I don't think it's something that we could do something to change that. Yeah.
I see. So for ship owners, what do they value most and what is their main goal?
I think it's again back to the having the vessels to have an optimized business, right? Because again, ship owner, you own the vessel. So if you think about it, you own something, of course, and building a vessel is not a cheap one. Building a vessel is like $1 million. So you have spent that money, $1 million, to build vessels. Then of course, in return, you would like to have that vessels to be highly in operation and highly chartered by charterers.
And what sort of key risks that a ship owner might face?
Key risk. Losing business of the vessels. Yeah, maybe.
What are the
Not too sure.
What are
Mm.
the steps that they would take to, overcome this kind of risk, like losing business?
Having a good ship manager to manage the vessels effectively and efficiently.
And what do they do if their ship falls under, like acceptable ratings?
What do you mean by acceptable ratings here?
Like maybe their safety score drops or GHG ratings drops or things like that. Is there any course of action they will take?
Mm, uh, okay, when we say acceptable, right? It can be different meanings because we have the vetting services, and the vetting services that we have, right, is also providing acceptable or unacceptable recommendations. So if you mention about the downgrade of safety score or greenhouse gas rating, right, that one is actually not about acceptable or not acceptable. Yeah, that one is more on the downgrade of a safety score or increase on the safety score. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, so let's say, their ship happens to be not meeting certain criteria or not having a good score. Is that, what would they do?
Then they will bang the doors of us, Yamada-san, Edagawa-san, myself, Yanling-san, or Yanling. All of us will have the call, we'll have the emails, we'll have the text message to help them on how to improve on the safety score and all of this stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Any understanding, when a cargo is damaged during shipment, what would they do?
No idea.
Any clues on, what kind of tools they are currently using?
For which one? The tools.
Like any digital tools other from RightShip itself?
No idea. No idea,
Are
really.
this group of user, are the ship owners digitally savvy?
Again, depends on which we are talking about ship owner, right? Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
depends on what kind of ship owner we are looking at. Like, for example, if the ship owner is a traditional ship owner that has been generation doing this, they may not have the digital knowledge and digital technology available on their company. Yeah, but if maybe they are the ship owner who is already maybe generation by generation doing this, but at the same time they are also up to date with the improvement and updates on the technology, then they could be the ship owner that is following the trend of the technology.
What sort of RightShip features are the ship owners currently using?
I think it's the same. It's like the information services, going there to the platform, looking at safety score and all of this.
Do you hear from any of them, what other features they would like to have?
Not really, but I think again, Marco, Sebastian have met with the ship owner, ship manager, and shared with them on, things that we are developing. So I think that was a very good session from them. Yeah.
But has any customer feedback to you, that they need certain features other than what RightShip is providing?
Mm,
Is there any, did we receive any feedback?
okay, so if feedback, right, it's more like maybe from the ship manager, because the ship manager is again, this company who actually daily doing the operations of the vessel, dealing with the safety score, the ratings of the vessels and the DOC performance, right? So I think interactions on feedback, is actually most of the time coming from the ship manager, I would say. Yeah. So the ship manager will give us like, feedback, maybe like, for example, of course, there are many feedbacks from them. Like for example, first, on the new company, new DOC company, right? New ship manager.
Mm.
Now on the platform is, if it's a new company, you will have a DOC subscore of 3 immediately. So they have been very opposed to this idea, because the new DOC company is actually maybe is the child company of very good performance of DOC. So maybe this the parent DOC maybe is a very good company. They have a DOC subscore of 5, and then after that maybe they have business with maybe for example Indonesian ship owner. So then the Indonesian ship owner maybe tell them that, okay, I would like to do business with you, but I want to have a separate DOC from, not from what you have right now, but create a separate one just only to manage my vessels. So then they create that new DOC. And then when they create this new DOC, right, it the data comes to our platform, but in the platform, any new DOC will only have a safe subscore of 3. So that will have an impact to all the safety score of vessels under this new DOC. So that is one of the feedback that we have been a lot of times hearing this. Yeah. So I think at the moment, Anshit, the data team, is dealing with this. Yeah. But I think at the moment there is no priority from the product team actually to move this forward, because again, I think every time a product, or I mean every time action is going to be made by the product team, you need to consult this with the operations team as well. Yeah, so I think we have that rejection from the operations team. Maybe again, back to the communications, because we have not had the proper communications within the team. Like, for example, Anshit has this idea, but I think it has not been communicated to the operations team. And then when we had the meeting with Sebastian and operations team, right? Sebastian and myself, we got, slashed back and front by the operations team, because it's difficult for us to explain on the idea, because the idea is coming from Anshit, but Anshit was actually not available that time. So we then proposed to have another call with Anshit and operations team. Yeah. But that has not been happening lah. Yeah. So that is one of the feedback from the ship manager about the new DOC subscore, which is a very strong feedback. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So basically they object to the idea of that.
They actually don't like the idea of a new DOC company starting with a score of 3, because with a score of 3, it does not actually reflect the performance of that DOC company, because it's just a new DOC company, and then they have 3, but actually the parent company, they have a very good DOC subscore. So they, yeah, but again, because it affects the safety score of the vessel. So maybe if that vessel, right, if let's say is in the, maybe that vessel was actually put on the parent DOC company, right, the safety score maybe can be a 4 or can be a 5, but then because that vessel maybe was being put into the child DOC company, which is new, and the DOC subscore is only 3, then the vessel safety score will only be a 3, because DOC subscore is one of the very highest, factor we consider in the calculation on the safety score.
I see. So there is a bit of a misrepresentation. Can I say that?
Mm. I don't think also misrepresentation, but because at the same time, right, from us, I think the initial idea was that we don't want people to keep creating a new DOC company unnecessarily. Like for example, if you have a company, and then your company DOC subscore maybe is a 1, and you feel that this is a 1, let's create another one, and another one will get maybe a better DOC subscore. So then you create another one. So we want to avoid that at the initial thought. So that's why, I think the initial thought is that we have that DOC subscore at the medium or at the, middle level, which is a 3. Yeah. But we have been hearing many, many feedbacks on this lah, because when it's a 3, it's hard to get business. And it's also hard to actually, offer time. You say that it's going to improve, but when it's going to improve? So, it's a bit hard on that. Yeah.
So far there's no resolution on that part.
No. There are many things we thought resolution, sorry, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
That's only one thing about DOC subscore. We do have many other things about the categorization of incidents. If you notice, we have incidents, right, on the platform
Yeah.
with the categories, right? That one also, a lot of customers also telling us why you have not even received the full details of that event, right? Why you suddenly already classified that incident as a category B or category C or category A? Because when you have put that category A, B, C, there is an impact to your DOC subscore and your safety score.
I see.
Then at the end of the day, right, after the ship operators prepare all of these reports, we reviewed. Maybe it takes like 2 months after the review and everything and the preparation of the report and everything, right? After taking 2 months, we reviewed and we found out that, this is actually not the fault of the vessel, not the fault of the ship managers. So then we changed the category A becomes a category D, which is no effect to the safety score. So you see this. So we have actually making the company losing business for about 2 months, and then after that, yeah, because the category A has a very big impact to the DOC subscore and the safety score of the vessel. But for us, we right away categorize that as a category A, because we thought that maybe the event has caused casualties, but actually it's not the vessel fault, or it's not the how to say, the vessel fault or the company's fault, but it takes time for them to prepare the report and all of this and submit to us, and for us we need to review that. Also takes maybe time, also days to report, to review this, and back and forth communication to check in about this information, whether it's correct or further information. So that 2 months gap actually has made this company lost business. Yeah. So that's one thing. So we have that feedback as well about why categorization of incident need to be right away put as a category A, B, C. Why not is a category maybe U? We have category U in the platform. Why not is a category U until you found out about the reasons and all the details being submitted, then you change from there. So
Yes.
I don't think at the moment we have any solution for that as well.
Okay. Okay, that's a good feedback. I think it's something that we need to document down.
Definitely.
And make it known.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Yes. Hopefully you could bridge this gap. And I think it's going to be useful to actually have the meeting, right? Globally, I would say. It's not only commercial, should be with the operations as well. Get everyone involved, I think, Zoe. Because from my experience here, right, I would say that operations has been a very old, team who actually have supported RightShip from the beginning of the journey. And product team is a new team coming out from, and technology team is, I think you are aware of that because thing was brought here.
Yes.
But I think communications with operations team, they are really important. Because without that communication, they will feel that they are being left out. And any products that we develop, definitely it needs to have the opinion from the operations team. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll note that down. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Yeah. We have one more row if you have time. We'll just
Yeah, actually, I have time, but I haven't eat my lunch actually. Yeah. So maybe if you don't mind, I will off my video and then I eat my lunch and talking to you.
Or do you want to arrange another session?
No, don't worry, don't worry.
If
No, actually today I don't have many meetings because the other day, normally my days are filled up with meetings. So it's a good time, but it's just that I bought lunch just now but never eat. So if you don't mind, I just off my video and then I will
yeah,
munching
but are
and
you
talking.
are you sure or you want to do another session or you okay
No,
with
it's okay.
just eating?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, hope you don't mind.
Okay.
I'm munching my
Okay,
food
I
here.
don't mind. No worries, no
Yeah.
worries. So
Yeah, sure.
so for as a role of a ship owner, right? Is there any scenario whereby there is a combination with a charterer or vessel operator?
Yep, possible.
There is.
Like MOL.
MOL. Is MOL our customer?
Yeah, MOL is our
Oh.
customer. So MOL
Okay.
MOL is owning vessels, and at the same time, they also do some of the commercial, operators, and then doing some ship management as well. So many things with them. Yeah.
So based on our customer base, are most of them a combination of 3 roles?
That one I'm not too sure actually. Yeah.
Not too sure. Okay, can.
It's actually a good question. Maybe we need to find out from the Salesforce.
Okay. Yep. Okay, let's move on to the last one, the charterer.
Okay.
Is a charterer a person or entity?
Charterer is okay. Good question. I think it can be a person, it can be an entity.
Okay.
Entity because entity I think is because, like, for example, I would think about, I don't know, how if we Google charterer, what is the definition of charterer?
Charterer.
Charterer is a person or organization that charters a ship or aircraft. So it can be two, person or entity.
But most of the charterers on our customer base, are they an entity?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're entity, but the one that is requesting the fat, we also call them charterer. So how do you find it?
The one that is requesting the VAT. Okay.
For example, we have Rio Tinto, right? As our customer. We call
Sorry,
them
who again?
Rio Tinto.
Okay.
We put them, in the Salesforce, the persona is charterer. But at the same time, when a person under Rio Tinto requesting a VAT, we also call that person also charterer.
So like you said, both are chartered. They are charterer, right?
Yeah, they're charterer.
So what's the role and responsibility of a charterer?
They are hiring the vessel. Yeah. Um. Yeah, they're basically hiring the vessel for the company. It could be um. No, I think they're basically hiring the vessel for the company lah.
And what are the main types of charterer in shipping?
The main type of charter.
Mm. Who are right ship customers?
Main type ah. We have the bulker charterers. We have the tanker charterers. Is that a type?
I guess so.
But
But
yeah,
primarily, like you said, it's the dry goods.
yeah, correct.
And what sort of main criteria when they are selecting a ship? What are their main criteria?
This one is we have the 50 standard baseline vetting criteria, and then depends on the risk profile of that charterer, right? So if let's say they are very particular on the risk, then they will have more and more items to be considered not safe for them. Yeah. So then they will have stringent vetting criteria.
Okay. And are ships rating important to a charterer?
Yes, ship rating is important because that is the I think the first initial thing how they know whether the vessel is really a good vessel for them to to select for the screening. Sorry, not screening, for the vetting.
And what are their key consideration when they engaging a ship owner?
Again, sorry.
What are their key considerations when they are engaging a ship owner?
I don't know, this key consideration. Yeah, need to check with that. Need to check with the charterers. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe depends on the
Okay.
pricing as well, or availability of the vessels and all of this. I'm not sure. Yeah.
How do they evaluate the credibility of a ship owner? Based on what?
Can be based on RightShip as well, because we have the sanction checking as well.
Okay. What sort of ship information would they be looking out for as a charterer?
Ship information. I think again, depends. I think generally they will look whether the vessel has any recent incident or detention or port state control deficiencies that can be that can be a high risk for transporting again, for that events to happen while the vessel is transporting the cargo from for their ports from one end to another end.
I see. What would influence them in the selection of ships?
This one I don't know. Maybe it's also availability of the vessel near the port, and maybe they are pressed by time as well for the charterers. Yeah.
How do they protect themselves against cargo liabilities from happening?
Not too sure.
And are charterers concerned about pollution and its potential impact?
Definitely.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. So
Mm.
I was saying, are charterers concerned about pollution and its
Yeah.
impact?
Yes, definitely.
What do they value most and what is their main goal?
Charterer? Mm, I think they value if the cargo can be moved from from point A to B in time without any incident occurred, that causes maybe loss of the cargo, because the cargo can be millions of dollars.
Mm.
Mm.
And let's say, there's loss of cargo.
Mm.
What are the steps that they would take to overcome this sort of risk?
What this one I really don't know.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one need to check with the charterer lah.
Yeah, sure.
This question is actually being like generated by who, if I may know, Zoe? Is it by you, or is it like um some sort of you read somewhere and then after that then this question came out, or how is it generated actually?
Yeah, so basically I was doing some research,
Mm.
whether it's online or such. So
Mm.
to get to know more about the individual role.
Okay.
So that's
Oh,
why I come
okay.
up with a certain list of questions.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
some of the question can be relate to what our platform can provide. Yeah.
Okay. Mm, sorry, I spicy here.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. No, I think in that case instead of doing some this interview with the account managers or the business development managers, right? I think most of us will have the same answers like me. I think maybe it's very good if you can have the interview with Gurpreet. Gurpreet is the chief commercial officer, and
Chief
he is also
commercial,
a
okay.
member. He's also a member of the ICS, Institute Chartered of Shipping, I think. So that will give a little bit of knowledge on the charterer side. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Ken, and are this group of user like charterer, are they digitally savvy? Since
I would
we
say
have
yes.
them on our platform,
Mm-hmm.
what sort of features are they using on RightShip platform?
Petting, the information services. Then they will, I think some of them will use the insights and analytics as well.
Have they given any feedback, what other features they would like to have?
Yep, they have sanctions, I think. So more robust, yeah, on the sanctions providers. And I think partnership team and the product team like Seaway, they're talking with various resources, I think, for the sanction provider.
Okay, what sort of sanction are we talking about?
Sanction of vessels, sanction of the company.
Okay. Is there any scenario whereby a charterer would be playing more than one role? Basically, they can be a ship operator or a ship owner at the same time.
I think possible. But the case that I know is the, like for example, Rio Tinto, they are the charterer, but at the same time they own vessels, so they are also ship owner. And then they actually ask the other company to
Mm.
manage the vessels. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I think
Mm,
we have come to the end of the session itself.
finally.
So you can leave you in peace to have your lunch.
Mm,
Yeah, it's quite late already.
yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Just one last question.
Yeah.
If we are moving on to the next phrase, are
Mm,
you able to give us a few names of the clients based on these few roles so that we can speak to them actually?
yes, I can give you names. Not worry about that. But
Mm,
I think before giving the name, right, it would be
yeah.
good to have another session just to walk through what we have and what kind of
Mm,
questions that we would like to engage with the customers.
yeah,
Because
definitely.
yeah, at the end of the day, we of course don't want to, like, asking for meetings because we have this exercise, to be honest with you, Zoe, with
Yeah.
Marco, Sebastian, Siwei as well. And
Uh-huh.
sometimes we spend we request a lot of times from the customers, and then sometimes the customers will feel that um you ask this question again, what is the pain point? What kind of product and
Okay.
services would you like to have? This kind of questions again, so I think it will be good to have another session,
Mm,
the last session before you engage with the customers. And
mm,
especially that session would be very useful if you can have it with the account managers. That's going to be the end of the session now, before you engage the
mm.
customers. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
we'll do that.
yeah, yeah, I think in this stats I mean, sorry, in this stage, like I suggested, maybe it's better to have some engagement with the operations and with corporate also. I think corporate maybe should be your first priority,
Mm,
because your question actually, I mean, the questions here that you ask, right, is actually quite basic, I would say. So if you have this communications with operations team,
mm.
um, you know, sometimes they may laugh. So yeah. So I mean,
Okay.
at least the basic first from someone like Kuprit, because I think Kuprit also, I mean, the chief commercial officer, he's not coming from the very technical background, and from the all of the, like, the nitty gritty of the ship manager, ship owner, all of this. Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
better to have that conversations first with Kuprit, and then after that, maybe once you have the background knowledge, then you can maybe eliminate some questions that you feel like maybe this should not be asked to the operations team or what. Yeah, I
Mm,
feel like, because our operations team, more or less, they actually expertise in the shipping industry. They've been
mhm.
with the shipping industry, more than 10 years, more than 20 years. They are master mariner, they are chief engineer. Yeah. So, on top of their, current tasks, of course, then, we would appreciate if they could help us. But at the same time, I think we need to also respect the time that they would like to spend with us as well. Yeah. Just some thoughts on that. Zoe.
Yeah. Okay,
Mm.
sure. Yeah.
All
Thanks so
right.
much.
That's good. Yes. No
Thank you.
worries. No worries,
Uh,
Zoe. I told Yuan, he needs to buy me lunch after this. We spent a lot of time, more than 1.5 hours, talking about
yeah.
this. Yeah, so I told Yuan, next time you need to buy us lunch. Ah.
Okay. Yeah. I hope to see you in office soon also. Or next week for the Christmas.
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, that's a good opportunity. Yeah, 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 definitely. Yes.
Yeah. So see you next Thursday.
Yeah. And
You
are
have a
you
good
are you going?
weekend.
Yeah, are you going to wear all of this? The
Uh,
what the costume?
no, I don't think I'm really dressing up. Just a little bit here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Are
good.
you dressing up?
I have no idea actually. I don't have any I think at the moment dress
Mm.
to actually come to the event with that dress. So let me think.
Yeah, maybe just look through the wardrobe. That's what I did. Look through the wardrobe
Mm,
and see if I can find anything that match the theme.
yeah, correct, yes.
Mm.
Yeah. And where do you stay? Sorry.
Bukit Timah.
Oh, okay. All right. Very far away from
Yourself?
me. Pasir Ris.
Where? Pasir Ris. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. Meeting in the office. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See
Okay.
you next week.
Yes. See you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye. You
Bye.
too. Bye-bye. See you.